We are going to continue our study of Chapter 6, Ancient China, today with Lesson 3, the Qin Dynasty. So if you'll remember when we left off in Lesson 2, we had talked about two schools of thought, Taoism and legalism. So we're really going to get into the legalism point of view today. And you need to remember that this is coming out of a time where the lords and the nobility were fighting amongst each other. So going from the Zhou dynasty to the Qin dynasty. So the big idea today is the Qin dynasty unified China with a strong government and a system of standardization. There are two main ideas. The first Qin emperor created a strong but strict government, and a unified China was created through Qin policies and achievements. Okay, you're going to come back and you're going to watch the video that's on the following slide about the Qin dynasty, which is this video. So here is Shi Huangdi. All right, so the legalist Qin king, Yanzeng, he took the throne in 221 BC, or BCE, and gave himself the title of Shi Huangdi. That simply means first emperor. So Shi Huangdi means first emperor. One of the first things he did, he burned all the books and the writings that dealt with any other practice outside of legalism. He created a strict government with extremely harsh punishments. He used his armies to expand the empire and ensured that there would be no more revolts in the new territory. So basically, he claimed all power. He took the land away from the lords, because remember, in the Warring States period, in the Zhou dynasty, they were fighting. The commoners were forced to work on government building projects, such as the Great Wall of China. And China was divided into districts, and each district had their own governor. So Shi Huangdi, first emperor, very legalistic, very strict, harsh punishments. It was basically his way or no way. So some people look back at Shi Huangdi and they say, oh, he was a horrible person. Well, other people look back and say, but look at all the good that he did. One of the main things he did was he unified China. So they're no longer bickering amongst themselves. As far as politics is concerned, I've already told you, Shi Huangdi took complete control of the land and of the people. There was a strict chain of command with, of course, him being at the top. And taxes and building projects were introduced. So he has to have a way to pay for everything. And taxes is how he did that. And he wanted the people busy, so he put them to work. As far as culture is concerned, Shi Huangdi set up a uniform system of law. Rules and punishment, writing styles, and money were consistent across China. So a form of standardization. Everyone could expect the same thing. And as far as money or finance, gold and copper coins were standardized, and uniform weights and measures helped standardize trade and other legal issues. So everyone knew the value of what they were trading. You no longer had to guess about it. So for example, here in the United States, we have money, and we know that a quarter is 25 cents, and a dollar is 4 of those quarters, and so on and so forth. So that is what Shi Huangdi did with China. He helped standardize it. So there is a video after the next two image slides about the Terracotta Warriors that's very interesting that you're going to come back and watch. So, quick summary again: strong government, strict laws under Emperor Shi Huangdi, standardization through laws, writing, money, weights, you name it. If it could be standardized, he did it. He unified China, so no longer a warring states period, his way or no way. He built a network of roads and canals, irrigation systems to improve farming, and the Great Wall across northern China. So this leads into the video that you're going to come back and watch. The terracotta soldiers are the guardians of Shi Huangdi's tomb. Every single terracotta soldier was different. They each had their own facial features, hairstyle, and a unique expression on their face. And of course, the color has faded, but this shows you what it would have looked like back in the day and time. So you can see very detailed. So this tomb for Shi Huangdi was uncovered, or found, not really uncovered, but found in 1974 by a group of archaeologists. And in finding this, they found 6,000, more than 6,000 life-size terracotta, which means clay, soldiers. So basically, he took his soldiers with him, thought he could anyway, to the afterlife, in case he needed them there. As they kept digging in a nearby chamber of the tomb, they found another 1,400 clay figures of cavalry, so horses and chariots as well. So this is the video you're going to come back and watch about the terracotta warriors. So to continue with some of Qian's achievements, some of his building projects, massive government building projects, of course, gave jobs to the many poor workers, and they basically didn't have a choice. If you were told to go work on the wall, you went and worked on the wall. New roads were built and maintained that helped provide easy access to and from all the buildings. And I mentioned the water systems. Canals were built to connect rivers and keep trade fast and efficient. And then, of course, the irrigation systems, some of which are still in use today, watered the fields and made more land good for farming. So this you see in gold is all of the Qin dynasty from about 221 to 206 BCE. You can see in the map up here, it's the eastern corner of China. There's the Huanghe, the Yellow River, Shangjiang, the Yangtze River. This represents the wall, the Great Wall of China. Notice it is in sections. A lot of people think that it's all one big thing, and it's not. And it's not all the big structure that you see. Some of it is just the earth pushed up. So of course, the Great Wall was built to protect the country from invasion. It linked previously built walls across China's northern frontier, and the building of the wall required years of labor from hundreds of thousands of workers. You're going to watch a brain pop on the Great Wall of China, so make sure you go and do that and you complete that quiz as well to help you learn the material. Plus, it gives you a really good insight into the building of the wall. A lot of the soldiers were actually buried in the wall. So just a little side note there. Well, all good things must come to an end, as we have discovered in ancient history. So the fall of the Qin Basically, remember we said he was very legalistic. It was his way or no way. So in legalism, he had all the power, and the poor people under him had no power whatsoever. So they were very oppressed. So a lot of the scholars, the peasants, and the nobles, they basically just resented Xu Huangdi's harsh policies and his complete control. So when Xu Huangdi died, the country began to unravel. It began to fall apart from the inside out. You had rebel groups that fought among themselves, and then eventually the Qin capital was burned to the ground. So now there's no authority present, and now the country is going to fall into a civil war, which will usher in the next dynasty. So this is the end of lesson 6.3. Make sure you complete your quiz and put your answers in Quizzes. And next time we will talk about the Han Dynasty.